yeah, I am allergic to the world today. It's been fun. It's been swell, some might say, because my allergic reactions have been making me a little bit puffy, a little bit of a pufferfish. I don't know what noise pufferfish make. That's my pufferfish impersonation. What is this? What are you doing? Oh, it's a pufferfish. Jump scare. Oh, it's gonna eat a carrot. But he looks normal when his cheeks aren't puffed. I want his cheeks to be puffed. No work today. Your office had a bad paint smell, so you couldn't go to work. Do you know how many people poo their pants at my work? And do you know how many people like smell like actual shit that come into my work? When you're a social worker, you just have to try and not vomit when people smell like poo. Yeah, no, it's true. We have to have hand sanitizer with us all the time because we're always like coming into contact with like, you know, a lot of people that have mental illness and stuff like that. Like they don't clean their houses and so they might be hoarders. Some people even have like decomposing rats and stuff in their house. Yeah, like I have to go into houses like that all the time. And like some people obviously through no fault of their own, like they don't have like access to like amenities that they can like use to bathe themselves and stuff like that. So they like they might like just have like crusty clothes that haven't been washed in forever and everything, and like maybe they haven't been able to brush their teeth in a while, and you just have to sit there and smell it and you know, try and not like, I don't know, like if I was in that situation and somebody acted like they were disgusted, I would feel so bad. So I always think about that, always try and like not have like a physical reaction even if it makes me feel a little bit sick. Hello John, good to see you. But yeah, so yeah, social workers definitely aren't staying home because of a paint smell. We don't even get to go home with decomposing animal and poo-poo smell. Poo-poo wee-wee smell. I went in, or you're going to houses that just, you know, like compost heap. Some houses smell like a compost heap. They said you could go home from work because people were getting headaches. Yeah, paint fumes do give you headaches, that is true. I mean, some of the smells that I smell, I literally have vomited at work more times than I have counted because of smells. Always try and wait until I'm away from clients to like vomit. But it's do you get to wear PPE on visits? Well, a lot of the time we don't know what we're walking into because a lot of the time we're getting asked to like do a home study. So maybe there's like some worries about like neglect of children and stuff like that, so we don't necessarily know how bad the home is until we visit it. But yeah, I do wear like face masks and stuff, and like I said, we do have hand sanitizer and things like that. But yeah, it's a journey. I don't know what to say. Look, like some people are having a hard time out there. Like I grew up in a very messy house because my mum's a psycho and she's also lazy and she's a hoarder and whatever. Like I used to get bullied at school about it a lot as well. Like I remember whenever like in high school, I remember the popular girls like started becoming friends with me when I was like in year 7, and then a few of them came to my house after school, and then the next day they'd like made up all these stories about my house and everything, and then everyone started saying that I smell and I don't have showers, and then everyone started throwing their lunch at me. And one time in summer they threw yogurt in my hair, and because it was like 42 degrees, because this is like the Blue Mountains, so it's like get some of the hottest temperatures because it's right near Penrith. It gets like up into the 40s. The like yogurt curdled in my hair, and then I actually did smell because I had yogurt in my hair. Anyway, but my point is like I do have a lot of sympathy for people that especially kids that have to live in that type of environment, because anyone who knows me knows that I'm a psycho about personal hygiene, and all my life I have been. Like I never miss a day of bathing. I brush my teeth twice a day. I floss. I use mouthwash. I'm like always have deodorant in my bag. Like, but people just want to be assholes. So anyway, that's not even in my top 500 traumas in my life. So I guess we're fine. Well, let's have a look at this puffer fish. He better puff up. If he doesn't puff up, I want my money back, Hyperbovian. Puffer fish. fish. Puffer fish. Oh, he puffed up. He puffed up. He puffed up. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He puffed up. Well, they need to feed him his carrot, Delta. They're going to feed him a cat. Plus, if this is in Japan, they're probably going to eat him because isn't that what they make fugu out of? Isn't that like the thing of the Simpsons that Homer ate, but it wasn't cut properly, so they thought he was going to die. But it turned out it was cut properly, so he didn't die. Isn't that? But it's a real thing in Japan. Apparently it doesn't. Apparently it tastes like nothing. Oh my god, listen to the noise he makes. Oh, I want one. But then I can't cuddle it because it needs to live in the water. And I can't live in the water because I can't swim. And I also don't have gills. So it tastes nothing like salmon. No, apparently it doesn't taste like anything. And it has a very like chewy texture. So I'm not really sure why people eat it. Other than like the fact that I guess it's kind of cool that you're eating a puffer fish. I don't know. Aww. Sweet baby. He can't breathe. Put him back in the water. Imagine if a fish was just holding you underwater and feeding you a sea cucumber. Put him back in his tank. What about his dignity? Oh my god, those noises are so fucking cute though. Holy shit, I want a puffer fish. I want a puffer fish. Oh, he's got a knife. He's gonna hurt the puffer fish, isn't he? Yeah, I don't think puffer fish is getting put in the tank. This video is over. This video is over. As soon as I saw the knife, I was like, oh, he's getting fugued. He is getting fucking fugued. Rest in peace, puffer fish. We love you. Why are they feeding him carrot? I don't know. I don't know. It was sad. It made me sad. Hyperbovian, why did you make me sad? I thought they were just gonna feed him a carrot and put him back in his house. But they're making sushimi out of him. Why did they feed him the carrot? Was that his last meal? Oh no, maybe he was on pufferfish death row and he said, I just want to eat a carrot before you fugu me. You had an algae suckerfish in your tank when you were a kid? Ooh, that sounds cool. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Time for the spelling bee, I guess. How many words can I make with 7 letters? I don't know, probably like 3 or 4. I'm not that smart. Let's try. We have the letter U, we have the letter P, we have the letter L, we have the letter H, we have the letter G, the letter M, and we have to use the letter A. Help. This is what I do when I see Delta. I say, help. Help me. I'm just kidding, Delta. Or am I? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Not even us, probably. Oh, make America great again. I'm just joking. Oh, we can have plague. Oh no, there's no E. Oh, I got so excited. I watched a video today about how they genetically tested where the Black Plague came from. Yeah, it started in Kyrgyzstan. Mug, we can't have mug because it doesn't have an A in it, and it has to be at least 4. It has to be at least 4 letters, otherwise it says it's too short. Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Mapo tofu. Can't make the word, but would like to eat. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I don't even like tofu. Ooh, palm. Good job. Laugh. Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, they found like the master strain or the ancestral strain of the black plague in like a small Christian settlement in Kyrgyzstan. And yeah, it spread to the rest of the world and mutated from there. Interesting. I said, ooh, that's so interesting. Gallop with the little green frog one day. Gallop with the little green frog. Gallop. Is Play School still on TV? Play School's so fucking good. Cases pop up now and again. Yeah, but we've got genetic immunity to it now. We've got immunity because we've been living it with for so long. That's like, that's why what do you call them? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, isolated people. Like, there's, you know, people in PNG, like, there's tribes in PNG that have never come into contact with other humans, like, other people. There's, outside of, like, you know, their tribes and stuff. That's why if, like, they come into contact with them and they get the flu or cold, they don't have any, like, genetic resistance to it. Whereas, like, we've been dealing with those things for millennia. Our bodies can fight it off, but theirs can't, and they'll die. Apothecary in Another World is a great manga. You just realize you haven't read it in like 6 months. I used to watch that. Mapu tofu. Laggy like my internet. Glamp? I mean, yeah, I guess. Not a word. Puma. Ooh. Oh, Puma, as they say in America. Puma. Can't wait for the NBN upgrade. Do you not have NBN where you are, Delta? Where do you live? Out of Mongolia? What is happening? What is happening where you live, Delta? Even my parents have NBN and they're like 2 hours from Sydney and they still have it. And they don't even know how to use the internet. My daddy trying to use the internet is the cutest thing. If his email signs itself out, he rings me and he's all stressed out. He's like, my email's broken. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I have to like access his computer remotely and like sign in again. It's a whole thing. And my brothers won't help him. They won't help him do anything because they're really mean. Defile who I defile, eat who I eat. Simpsons reference? I don't know that episode, and I've seen like every... At least your dad knows email. Yeah, but it took me like a year to teach him how to email people. Yeah, he's not great. He's not great. I have to recover it for him all the time. Like I made my email and my phone number the recoveries for it, because otherwise it's just... It's so hard. Helping older people with technology is awful. Yeah, it's so hard. You do have NBN fiber, but they're doing a free speed upgrade. Ooh. Your dad just watches car and farming YouTube videos. Sounds like my dad, to be honest. My dad watches stuff like that. He likes like a lot of the history stuff, and like he likes a lot of like stuff about wars. He's super into like military history, stuff about guns, stuff about farming, stuff about, I don't know, just blokey stuff, you know, just probably some fishing and some hunting stuff. PPG SMS you today. You're getting 1,000. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What is every... Oh, Delta loves that he can send links now. Now that he's got his little sword out.
Excellent. Hello, Lisa. I'm Genghis Khan. You'll go...
Genghis Khan.
Defile what I defile.
Oh, I do know this. I do know this. I do know that one. I just forgot. I just forgot it. That's all. My cat bit me today because I didn't give her a cuddle fast enough, and she got mad at me and she bit me. You're old now because you watch fishing videos. Do you watch Willem Powerfish? If you watch Willem Powerfish, then you're not. Then you're not old. No more links for you today. You can send links. You can send links. Oh yeah, we were doing the spelling bee. I can't stay on track. Maple? Oh no, we can't have maple either. Mag. You have not heard of Willem Powerfish? He's like this guy that gets around. I think he's in Queensland, and he gets around like I don't know. He's got all these things about like bumming other dudes in the mangroves, and he wears like this like purple bodysuit, and he's always going around saying like, oh, you're not a bloke till you've had a bloke, and his whole thing is like putting things in people's flatty holes and catching 5-foot flatties, and like, well, I don't know. Let's find it. Yeah, you have to watch it. Let's see some classics. He plays like pranks on people too.
Hey, going dogs to Powerfish here. I'm in need of a new fucking vessel, right? So I'm on the old gummy tree, and I think I've found the vessel just for me. I can fit a few blokes in. It looks fast to get to the bus stops. It just looks like a good fucking time. Here, have a look at the dog. Have a look. Let's give the fucking dog a ring, eh? Let's ring him up. Let's fucking ring.
He just basically like plays gang chicken with a bunch of like super hetero guys. And the funny thing is, most of the guys that he like acts all gay around, they don't even care. They just are like, okay, mate, don't swing that way. Because you would expect all like the fishy guys to be heaps homophobic, but they're not. But it's kind of endearing in a way. I don't know. But yeah.
Ringing up about your boat you're selling on Gummy here, mate.
Yes, that's correct.
Is that dog still available?
Yes, the boat is still available.
Whereabouts are you where are you located, mate?
I'm in the Tweed River area. Yourself?
Yeah, Tweed.
Okay. Well, I'll be showing another person the boat down at Cotton.
Mangroves and muddy crabs. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's kind of funny. I do enjoy these videos. They're very stupid. And he just like fucks with people a lot. He like, I don't know. He just fucks with people a lot. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's Willem Powerfish. I thought he was famous. Maybe I just watch him because I'm weird. I just enjoy it. People. Ooh, that's a good one. Delta, you don't get to call anyone weird, you weirdo. Alpha. Ooh, alpha, just like me. I'm an alpha male. I'm an alpha male. Uppage. No, that's not a word. Why does everyone think I'm weird? I'm normal. It's you guys just don't realize how normal I am because you're weird, that I seem weird by being so normal. I'm so normal that it's so unusual how normal I am. How dare you? How dare all of you? Gamma. Ooh. Beta. Oh, we did it. We finally did it. Go us. Connections. Play. Play. All right. We have 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what they are, so we have to group together 4 words and guess, and if we're correct, it'll tell us what the category is. So we have to find a connection between the words, hence the name of the game. We got fish, hike, hunt, jack, bull, peel, archer, tail, crank, walk, nap, bunk, baloney, raise, rubbish, and powers. The YouTube algorithm is very good at knowing what we want. Anything with less than 1,000 views is basically personalized content. Yeah, that's true. Bunk, nap. Baloney, rubbish, crank, and bull. Oh yeah, like all like bullshit. That means bullshit, right? Baloney, crank, bull, and rubbish. One away. One of them was wrong. Is it crank? Yeah, because I didn't know crank was one of those words. There we go, nonsense. Hike, walk. Nah. Speaking of fishing, we got the hunt. fish, hunt, hike, and walk. All outdoor activities. I don't know. I got nothing. Tail. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that a bit more, I think. Peel. Tail, hunt. My cat is so psycho today. Widow tail at the peel? What? What are you saying? You're confusing my small brain. What? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying what? I was reading what Hyperbovian said. He said, bit o tail at the peel. And I said, what? And then you said, what? And then everyone said, what? What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Meow, 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 meow. The peel is a gay bar in Fitzroy. Ooh. Oh, I get your comment now. I have been to 0 gay bars in Melbourne. I have been to a lot in Sydney though. I've been to a lot in Sydney, I will admit. Would the New York Times know about Fitzroy gay bars? No, they wouldn't know anything about anything outside of America. They're very, very insular people. They probably don't even know about much stuff outside of New York. Just making assumptions about the people that work at the New York Times. What are you gonna do? Come to Melbourne and fight me. Let's see what happens. They're too self-centered to care. Yeah. That would be my guess. Have you been to the Peel Hyperbovian? Was it fun? Was it a good time? Archer might be a surname. Power twos. Ooh. And Hunt might be a surname. What else could be a surname? They could all be surnames. Ooh, well, we might be onto something. Does anyone know about any Americans? You used to live in a hostel on Peel Street. You poured drinks there for 6 months. Ooh. Did you have to live with backpackers? Were they British? Oh, I'm just imagining you having to live with a bunch of British backpackers. Did the gay bars have a fire exit? I would hope so. What? Meow, 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 meow. Simpsons reference? What are all these Simpsons references that I don't know? Are they new Simpsons episodes? Am I okay? Did I forget all the Simpsons references? Do I need to rewatch The Simpsons? Because I don't have time for that. Homer in the Lesbian Club. Homer in the Lesbian Club. I remember the gay steel meal. When Buzz like, why did you take me to a gay steel meal? Yay. Oh wait, I do remember it. I do remember the lesbian. Jack Peel Archer Powers names. Alright. Jack Peel Powers Archer. One away. You have to be careful. Maybe Hunt instead of one of them? I don't know. I feel like Hunt's gonna be one of them. Don't give me that baloney, sir. I'm Judge Judy Shilan. The cases are real. The stories are real. My ruling is final. Sir, that's a lot of baloney. He lived with a guy from uni and he was trying to make it as a DJ and never paid his rent, even though his dad was a barrister. Dude, his dad 100% gave him money for his rent if he's a barrister. He just wanted to rip you off. Oh, that's like the rich bitch I used to live with in Potts Point. Her parents used to give her money for rent and she would just spend it. We recently learnt that everyone can say oh no in Australia by saying the letters R&R. Registered nurse. Register? R&R. I don't get... That's... I would suggest to you that you need to train your ear to the Australian accent more. It's like people that don't speak Mandarin can't hear the tones properly. They can't hear the differences. Or like before I started learning Korean, I couldn't hear the differences because we don't say R. We don't pronounce R's at all. We don't pronounce R's at all. Anyway, like we don't. Americans overemphasize their R's. We don't. We just completely ignore them. Never, ever. Where's the R? Where's the R? We don't pronounce them. Onore. I don't think I've ever said that in my entire life. Are we going to be able to finish this? It kind of seems a bit hard. Peel, Hunt, Powers, and Archer. Fictional spies. Alright, that was a lucky guess because we didn't have much left. Austin, Powers, Sterling, Archer. I don't know the rest. If I say R and R to you as an Australian, what do you hear? I just hear the letters R and R. Jack, crank, raise, tail, lifting a car. Ooh. One away. Did I do one wrong? You can also say raise up lights to pronounce razor blades. Those two things sound completely different. I don't know. I think you've been listening to people that do fake Australian accents and thinking that's how Australian accents sound. Those two things don't sound yeah. And it's kind of low-key like classist and racist. Sorry, just gonna throw that out there. But yeah, I see like a lot of American actors and stuff like saying stuff like that. I think it was that fat lady, Melissa McCartney, I think her name is. She was like going on about razor blades and she was talking like this. She had a real like Oka accent and it's just offensive. It's just offensive, and if people do talk like that, it's because like, they live very, very rural and it's incredibly classist. And if I, don't have the best accent, it's because I'm also from a very blue-collar, working-class background. So yeah, I'm gonna fight people. Leave my accent alone. It's delectable and delightful. Like a high cup of skirt. Ooh, okay. Raise. Jack up, crank up, raise up, jack up, crank up, high cup. Is that what we're gonna go for, do you reckon? Let's try. Increase with up, fish, tail, nap, and walk. Oh! Catfish, catnap. Okay, well, I don't know how we finished that, but we somehow managed to come through. Is my accent really bogan? Is that what's going on? Because I don't think I say, oh no, oh no. I don't even know what they're hearing. Does anyone else know, like, do they think when we're saying nah, we're saying no? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Water. Why do you want me to say water? Now I'm thinking about how I say water and I'm not saying water naturally. Water. Can I have a glass of water? Excuse me, ma'am. Can I have a glass of water? Honestly, you only hear fake Aussie accents on the Sky News bitches. Yeah. But I feel like my accent is just like pretty standard. Because I've lived in quite a few places in Australia, so I figure mine's probably the average, right? Like it's not super bogan, it's a little bit wonky because I'm a wog and I like grew up in Western Sydney, so it's probably a little bit wonky. You're not trying to say anything classist. You were just saying a thing you heard on like, oh, I know you're not stuffies. I'm just saying like, I think in general, a lot of people that make fun of the Australian accent don't realize that they're making fun of poor people. G'day Panda, g'day Skarks, RXW, I don't know, but hello. No, you're right, Stuffies. I know you weren't being a dickhead. I'm just pointing out that I don't think a lot of people that make fun of like a particular Australian accent like because a lot of like the Australian actors and stuff that you hear, especially like Kate Blanchett and people like that, they have very like upper class Australian accents, and then the one that people seem to make fun of seems to be like the more working class accent. But yeah, Stuffies, it's fine. Like there's no way you would know. So yeah, you're cool. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Not offended. You actually enjoy the accent. I think it's the best accent. I enjoy it. I like the Australian accent, and the Kiwi accent is second, and everyone else is like equal 1/millionth. I don't really enjoy any other accents, to be honest. Doesn't really excite me. Oh, let's do some gossip. Put your hands up. I can't see you, but put a 1 in the chat if you think Taylor Swift's fans are completely nuts. Put a number 1 in the chat if you think Taylor Swift fans would probably skin you and turn you into a lamp. Those chicks are nuts. All right, let's look at some Taylor Swift gossip. A lamp? I don't know. You're a Kiwi and you've got our Aussie accent? Ooh, that sounds nice. All right. Taylor Swift's fans are trolling her ex, Maddie Healy's fiance, Gabriette, after they spotted this Instagram comment. So, when Taylor Swift, don't ask me how I know this, okay? I just know this from being in girl world. I am not a Taylor Swift fan. I have taste in music. I find her and her, I think she behaves like a child. I think like her fans are completely nuts. I think the music is the most, like, the music is just like the most, like, it's just dross. I only know 2 of her songs, Delta. I only know the, what's that song? It's a love story, something, something, something. I know that song. And then, I heard another one when I was in the car, and I asked my friend what it was because I was disturbed. She said, what if I'm a, what did she say? She said something about babies being sexy and she's a monster on the hill. And I was like, is this song real? She was like, I don't know if she was saying that she finds babies sexy, or I don't know what the song was, but it was very disturbing to me, and I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Does anyone know the song I'm talking about? Sexy baby. I can't believe I'm typing this into Google. Sexy babies monster. Sexy baby monster on the hill reference. Okay, I didn't make it up. She said, the song says, sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby and I'm a monster on the hill. I was like, is this song real? Because I didn't know it was Taylor Swift, because I thought like she sang country music, but apparently she hasn't sung country music for like a really long time. Anyway, going back to her fans. So apparently she was dating this guy called like Joe Alwyn, like all through COVID, and they were together for like 6 years. And then she dumped him for like this other British band. I think his band's called like the 1975 or something. Anyway, this is his new fiance, who's, sorry, but this chick is way hotter than Taylor Swift. Way hotter than Taylor Swift, just, you know. You like classic jazz music? Ooh. I like rock music and new wave music and dark wave music and shoegaze and that type of stuff, I guess. And so Taylor Swift broke up with like her long-term boyfriend for this guy. This guy kind of pumped and dumped by the sound of it, and then promptly got engaged to this girl. So of course Taylor Swift's fans are all like, you know how like they all read the lyrics and they like form lynch mobs? Like if Taylor Swift writes like a song about her exes or something, she gives her fans like little clues. She never explicitly says to her fans, oh, this person did this and this and this to me, but she'll leave like a lot of clues, right? And because these women are so obsessed, and some of them are like teenagers, so it kind of, you know, their frontal lobes aren't developed. But there are a lot of Taylor Swift fans in like their 30s and 40s that also will just like do whatever Taylor Swift wants them to do. And it's like super scary. There was a rumor she uses 4chan. I wouldn't put it past her. She's so immature. She's like a 35-year-old teenage girl. She needs to grow the fuck up, honestly. But yeah, this is the Maddie Healy's fiance. Right, and Taylor Swift also just got engaged, apparently, to like Travis? I don't know, some like football player or something. I don't know. I don't watch American sports. But yeah, way, not to be mean, but like, is there any really competition? I think this girl's way prettier than Taylor Swift. Just my personal opinion. Not that that should matter, but you know. So these two were together. He pumped and dumped. So she threw away her 6-year or 7-year relationship or something for this like weird little British gnome guy who pumped and dumped and then got together with this lady. Anyway, so fast forward to current day. We fast forward to current day. I can't speak English. And this comedian posts something on Instagram, I believe, about Taylor Swift has a new album coming out and we only know the titles of the song. And so she made some like parodies, and Gabriette, who is engaged to Taylor Swift's ex, said, "Oh, I really liked this song. I really want you to make a parody of this song." So Taylor Swift's fans have spent the last week tagging photos of this woman, telling her to kill herself. So they've got like, they're tagging things that say like KYS. They've like made all these like photo collages that say KYS. They've gone out of their way to like find candid photos of her when she's sneezing or whatever, and they're tagging her in the, and they're just like, yeah, they're basically like just bullying this woman for doing like absolutely nothing. And some of these women are in their 40s and 30s, or even if you're in your 20s. Why would you do this? For some weird little trust fund baby. Her parents are Merrill and Lynch executives. This is the type of like bourgeois princess we're talking about. Do you think she cares about you? Honestly, it's absolute insanity. Oh, and apparently, so Charlie XCX, I don't know, she's like a pop star who's also British. She's married to the drummer from the 1975. I think that's what the band's called. Am I getting the band's name right? I want to say the 1979 because of the Smashing Pumpkins song. I don't know them. Oh yeah, it says it here. So Charlie XCS is married to the drummer, and apparently she's got a reference to Taylor Swift in one of her songs. So it seems like these are just all, and apparently she went to like a £50,000 a year school in London as well. So all these girls are just little rich girls that never grew out of their like their mean girl high school phase. They're all trust fund babies. So I guess they've got a lot of time to just be mean to each other online. Anyway, I just find it so fascinating, and I'm so glad that I have like 5 female friends and I found like some, you know, women that are nice people that I am friends with, but yeah, this is why I stay away from it, because I am always the one that ends up getting bullied, and I just can't deal with it because I don't want to drag myself down into the mud. So I just like let people bully me and then just cry and then just stop talking to people because I just can't do it. But this is how, like, why do women behave like this? It's absolutely insane. But if I was like a famous woman, and the thing is, like, Taylor Swift never tells her fans to stop. Like, if I were famous, or like even say if my Twitch career took off, right? Say if like, I know this probably, you know, wouldn't happen, but let's just say like overnight I started getting tens and thousands of views, and then like someone did something mean to me, or someone did something that could be perceived as being mean to me, right? And then I had like a bunch of weirdos on my behalf go out and like start bullying someone, calling them ugly, telling them to off themselves. Dude, I would say, like, I would tell people to cut it out. I would say that's so freaking unhinged. I would apologize to the person and be like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like, but she doesn't do that. She never tells her fans to pull their fucking heads in. Like, it is nuts. Adult women, guys. Adult women. So wait, Swift is a rich kid? Yeah. Marilyn Lynch, you know, like it's pretty well known. It's not like, you know, Goldman Sachs, but I think it's still pretty up there. Taylor Swift's father, Scott Swift, was a stockholder and financial advisor for Merrill Lynch, a wealth management firm, and funded the Swift Group under Merrill Lynch. Scott's career at Merrill Lynch played a significant role in the family's background in finance, influencing the family's move to Nashville to support Taylor's music career. He also invested $300,000 into the label that eventually signed Taylor Swift. So he had like a decent stake in it because he couldn't get anyone to sign Taylor. So he was like, hey, if I like give you a shitload of money, can you sign my daughter? Which ended up being pretty lucrative because now Taylor Swift's like worth billions of dollars. And her mum also works for Merrill Lynch too. It's like an investment banker or something. But yeah, he had his own investment group under the Merrill Lynch like banner. So that's not, you know, they were already an incredibly wealthy family. 300,000? Yeah, 300,000 American dollars. Let me look it up so I'm saying the right thing. Yes, Taylor Swift's father, Scott Swift, invested in her first record label, Big Machine Records. Yeah, but how much was it? Anyway, he owns 3% of the record company. Well, he did before they sold it, which he made 15 million. Wait, we can work it out, right? Hyperbovian. If he owned a 3% share that ended up being worth $15 million when they sold the company, can we work out how much the initial investment was? Or like, is that... No, we can't, can we? I don't know. My brain doesn't work. So it was all a setup from the start. Well, she just really wanted to be a musician, and she's obviously a princess that's always gotten what she wants, and that's why she behaves like that. But I don't know, like, if somebody was bullying somebody else on my behalf, I would stop that shit so fucking fast. Like, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you feel awful if someone was being bullied because, yeah, I just don't know. But she obviously doesn't have an issue with it, right? Because her parents have always been, anything you want, Taylor. Here you go, Taylor. Yes, Taylor, you are a princess. Yes, you are going to be the most successful singer in the world. And like, no offense, but her music is, it's not terrible, but it's also not good. It's also not good, you know, and she's not like charismatic or like yada, yada, yada. Like, there's no reason for her to be as famous as she is. Like, at least people like Michael Jackson and Prince and people like those people, like, you could understand why they were so famous. Like, she just doesn't. It's just so weird. It's all so freaking weird, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. Bizarre. Anyway, what a crazy, crazy lady with a crazy, crazy fan base. Oh, I should be careful. Do you reckon the Swifties will come for me? They'll be like, there's an Australian cartoon lady on the internet being mean to Taylor. Let's rip off her cartoon head. Let's grab her bun head and throw it into, I don't know, throw it into the garbage. What are those things called that they have in the sink? Oh, Joey's here. Hey, Joey, I thought you were never coming back. Let's throw her head into the trash compactor. Is that what it's called? The things that Americans have in their sink that like have, I don't know, that chop stuff up. I don't know what it's called. So that's a 500 million company at sale and a 10 million company when he invested. Assuming he didn't buy or sell and a stake. Okay, so can we kind of ascertain like how much his initial investment would have been? Because I know I've read the figure somewhere, 300,000, but I can't seem to find it now. But Taylor Swift has a team that's like very good at scrubbing stuff from the internet. So it's really refreshing to hear a woman say that. Most people will trash you for talking honestly about her. Well, the thing is, I love women. I'm not a misogynist. But at the same time, because I'm not a misogynist, I hold women's behavior to the same standard that I hold a man's behavior to, right? Because women are rational creatures. We can behave ourselves. We're not, completely controlled by our emotions, like, the stereotypes say. And yeah, if a woman is engaging in disgusting behavior, I'll call it out the same way I will call it out if a guy's engaging in disgusting behavior, because I do believe men and women are equal. So why should women be able to get away with behavior like that? And look, like, I've been a teenage girl and I know how awful women can be, and I was bullied pretty badly for the first 3 years of high school, right? From year 7 to year 9. It was awful for me at high school, right? It was absolutely awful to me. Like, I have never experienced depression that bad in my life. But I will say this, every single girl, except for one, that bullied me in high school has made an effort as an adult woman to reach out to me and apologize for the stuff that they did to me in high school. I ran into one of the girls that bullied me at a pub a while ago, And she pulled me aside and she cried for an hour and was like begging me to forgive her. And I was just like, gave her a hug and I said, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Like, I don't think about it anymore. Like, don't let it weigh you down. And she was like, I was so awful to you. Oh my God. La, 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 la. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But like, that's like maturity, right? Because teenage girls are awful. I will say that teenage girls are awful. But Taylor Swift and her little cronies, still, you know what I mean? They seem to be like developmentally like stuck in that high school mentality, right? That we grow out of as women. We grow out of that. But they don't seem to have grown out of that. And she appeals to that base. And the fact that she has so many fans suggests to me that there are a lot of women that haven't developmentally progressed psychologically past that mean high school girl thing. And you run into these women, you run into them in the workplace, you run into them in these like places, and I've been bullied in the workplace because like there's women like this that are still acting like they're in high school, and it's like, it's so awful. Her songs are stuck in that mentality. Yeah, I only know like 2 of her songs, so your family, friends are Swifties and they seem fine. Well, I'm sure there's some girls that probably just like her music, but I mean like the women that are really into it, like they'll go and bully people that Taylor Swift doesn't like or that Taylor Swift wrote a song about. Like, those are the people that I'm talking about. I'm not saying it's her entire fan base. I'm just saying it seems to be like a cultural phenomenon, because these women just have the time to spend online just sending people crazy stuff, right? Like, these people made all these collages of photos that said KYS, like making all these creative photos to like tag someone in. Like, how long do you have to spend like 2 hours on a photoshopped image and post as many of them as you can? And there were like thousands and thousands and thousands of women engaged in like this bullying campaign, Delta. Like, if you just like Taylor Swift's music, you know, having shit tasting music isn't a crime. You know, I don't have a problem with people having shit tasting music. It looks like Big Machine was worth just under 5 mil USD when they signed Taylor in 2005. So you're guessing his investment was around 140,000 USD to get 3%, or about 200,000 Australian dollars in 2025 when the exchange rate was. Okay, I got you. Well, that's still a significant amount of money, and I wasn't that far off. My parents don't have $140,000 worth of anything. Maybe their house. Like, if your parents have that much to invest in a company, then yeah, you're definitely doing all right. All right, let's see what happened with Bondi on the weekend.